Harry, quick turnaround this weekend, but let's just reflect on Wasps. Mixed emotions, a first try for the club, but you would have swapped that for a win, I'd imagine.
Yeah, definitely. Sort of normally after sort of games, I kind of personally feel like you sort of go over it quite quickly, so you may feel a bit annoyed at the time, and then sort of looking back, you kind of move on from it fairly quickly. It's sort of been the opposite with this, to be honest, or not. I sort of feel better about it now, but straight after the game, I was quite sort of. It was a massive occasion to be involved in, biggest I've ever played in. But sort of looking back, it is frustrating, to be honest with you, because there were definitely points that we could have put the game to bed. So.
For you though, do you pinch yourself a little bit at the moment? How quickly it's all come about for you? You know, it's only a year ago you were in Jersey playing Championship, and then next thing you're in a last 8 game in Europe.
Not really pinching myself so much. No, I'm obviously grateful to be involved, and happy for the opportunity. But it's come along fairly methodically, to be honest. I sort of think a few benches, and then sort of the starts on from there, and it just kind of came around. And it was when you're actually on the pitch, the same as any game, just the sort of external. The stadium and all that, and the build-up around it was a bit bigger. But besides all that, it was still just another game, and it'll still be another game in 2 weeks when they come down here.
The good thing about sport is you don't have to wait too long for putting things right, and even quicker this week with Gloucester on Friday night, and that'll be an equally tough test.
Yeah, I've never played at King's Own personally, but every report I've heard about it says that it's a bit of a bear pit, and I think apparently they sort of get into a lot of the crowd and stuff like that, and making donkey noises at you and stuff if you drop the ball. So. I am really, really excited, and especially I really like playing night games because there's a bit of an extra edge about it. It seems when you get there, just the lights and all that kind of thing.
As you say, you've had time to think over the weekend, but the focus now has to be on Gloucester, and the boys look sharp today. They look more back and bubbly, after a tough few days. Yeah,
I think so. Yesterday was kind of with the reviews and that. It sort of was a full stop on it and sort of put it all to bed. And you got to best foot forward, isn't it? And we have thankfully got all the stuff that down the line that we could be striving for, so it is all full setting sail for that now.
And obviously Gloucester coming into the game on the back of a Euro exit themselves, there's plenty of pride on stake for both sides this weekend, and they want to get themselves back on track.
Yeah, we haven't really looked that much into Gloucester, to be fair, and obviously all that they have been knocked out of it, all that kind of. But for them, to be fair, it is they're going into it with not a lot really to lose, and then in that situation they can be very dangerous.
Only a couple of weeks ago here in the last Premiership game, 8 tries against Worcester. That was a great performance, and I suppose you want to kick on from that.
I suppose, yeah. I don't really think we're sort of thinking too much about that. I think it is everything now is just our sights are set forward, and we're sort of thinking about King's Own on a Friday night. To be fair, Worcester, it does seem like a long time ago now since we played them. So, best foot forward.
A victory this weekend will guarantee top 4, but I suppose the focus then has to be home semi-final. We saw the benefits of a home tie in a big game like last weekend.
Yeah, definitely. I think right now, because you would there's the old sort of cliche, it's the business end of the season, but I definitely think we can't be thinking 2 games ahead now. It is all focus on Friday night, and then after that we'll reassess and we'll go from there. And we haven't got a game, so there'll be a bit of time. So I think there will be like a big, a lot of energy going into that game, because we know that after that, there'll be a bit of a break, and then we sort of come back in and reassess from there.